Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Straight Line Motorsports Ferrari GT World Challenge here, round number 10, live today at the infamous Mount Panorama Bathurst circuit in Australia. I am your host and commentator for today's race, as Score already said, and I'm once again joined by the infamous Elliot F64. And Elliot, we're looking at a pretty exciting and rather interesting race today as we go to, once again, another tight and treacherous course, and especially in the nature of Mount Panorama, we're looking at another exciting race here today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, Trevor. We've got a great one lined up here with the Slipstream Fest as well for at least half the track, half the layout. Bathurst being one of my most enjoyed circuits, one of my favourite. I am so glad that we are able to run the Ferrari World Challenge here at Mount Panorama. Looking for a great one. I think it will be a good one. Unfortunately, we are a few drivers down as of this week, unfortunately. But I think hopefully the drivers that we have got can put on one hell of a show for us.
And I was watching in the practice lobby before we got the official stream going. There was a lot of concern from these drivers, and there wasn't a lot of confidence because of the fact that these cars are so easy to rotate around on you when you at least expect it, especially in the mountain section, in the higher parts of the circuit. And that's, I think, just to the fact that the car likes to rotate a lot with the mid-engine nature of this car. I think qualifying as well as the race are all going to be exciting and interesting as we begin the qualifying results here. Qualifying here today, 10 minutes on the clock here in the very dark and dusk conditions here. So a bit of cooler. It's going to be a bit cool around the Mount Panorama circuits. Of course, sunset right now. Of course, I think in the real time right now, I think it would be about, I think, sunrise, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure. No, it's just the sun starting to peak up, of course. Of course, safety car. Oh, Doug Barrow. What is going on there? What is going on there?
I'm not too sure. I could not be any more out the way. There we go.
I'd say I'm a bit confused on what was going on there. And so now we got cars starting to make their way around for their outlap. And I think, like I said, this is going to be where qualifying is going to be extremely interesting as well. Not only for the qualifying, like I said, but the race itself is going to be of particular interest as well. Also like to give a quick shout out to the guys over at Formula One who had their first successful Formula One race of the season, of course. Congratulations to Valtteri Bottas and the Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team for getting the win there. Leclerc, who pretty much was, I think, one of the unexpected drivers to end up on podium. And then Lando Norris getting his first official F1 podium today. Of course, I'm pretty sure you were ecstatic when he got his first podium today, Elliot.
Of course, I can't think of anyone that wouldn't be. I can't think of anybody at all that is not a supporter of Lando Norris or dislikes Lando Norris. He's one hell of a character, one hell of a driver, and a really good performance today. I think that showed with his fastest lap on the last lap there as well to really claim P3.
Yeah, it was a very good day. I assume the Lando Norris fan base must be still celebrating even at this moment as I speak. Even though the podium was only accomplished not that long ago, but I can tell you right now, they're going to be celebrating all day until the end of the day, I'll tell you what. So,
absolutely.
Go on board now with the front. James Head now will lead him off for the first of flying laps in the 7 Ferrari. Of course, I'm going to get championship standings up and away as we get them right now. Actually, they're not even posted from Laguna Seca, unfortunately, so I guess that'll have to be something that'll be posted as we can. We'll get that up to date for you guys at Suzuka. And so, like I said, James Head will lead him off. About 7.25 minutes to go. Starting to see a couple people join the server. We got Jack Mia in the 36. Of course, making another start here today in the Ferrari GT World Challenge. Interesting of note, for Viper's own is not part of the SDM faction, unfortunately. Of course, switching to the guys over at the German-based PRT competition, so in the 82 Ferrari, so he'll be signing off with those guys here and today and for the remaining 2 other rounds at Suzuka and Fuji when we go to Japan for the final 2 legs of the championship. There is our championship leader, SLM Palmer, who unfortunately will have a clean shot, as Yuri, who, like I said, I think is not here today, and I think will not be racing with us, unfortunately. So, of course, I think Palmer should have the championship in the GT3 class pretty wrapped up. I think you have Tice.
With the departure of Yera, I think that's really going to benefit him.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so as well. You got also Tice 78 in the 78 Ferrari, who since has joined the Cymax faction has been very, very strong, and his racecraft has drastically improved with, I'd say, about 2 wins. I'd say 3 wins, I should say, in the first 3 races that he did with Cymax. So very, very top-notch performance from Tice. This is driving that we have not seen from Tice in the previous GT3 seasons, and of course a couple other past rounds, as a matter of fact, as well. We've also got iPads in the 11, who's going to be here trying to get some diamond points on
coming in.
Who's coming as well?
First time's coming in. Oh,
first time's coming in. James Head with a 59.8 to set the benchmark. Jack Mee with a 2-minute.1, so not particularly quick. Where's going to be Palmer? He's going to come up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 159.9, so he is close. Viper, interestingly, actually foregoing this first lap for newer rubber. And is he going to possibly try and bank it on a final lap? Not 100% sure on that. Got Tice coming through with a 2:11.3. And so now you got Doug Barrow going to come through with a 2-minute.12, most likely 2:12.667. iPass with a 2:13.6. So right in the mix of the GT4s is iPass. So he must have not had a good lap that time by.
Keelan.
Bartos on the next one to cross on by. It's a 2:12.6. Of course, 3rd place in class. Hairraiser up there, and then Keelan as well into 2nd place. So a good day so far for the Cymax guys in the GT4 class. Once again, of course, 2 entries apiece now for the Cymax crew in the GT3 and the GT4 class. And so now Grand J10 going to set his first lap. Of course, 4th place, 2:01.3, a good lap for him. But at the moment, it is James Head who leads the way with the only 59 of the day. I was noting the practice times earlier, so excuse me. These cars have the capability to get into the 58s and particularly into the 57s. But with the amount of fuel that these cars are going to have, I think it's going to be very, very difficult. And with the lack of confidence in these drivers, in most of the drivers, I should say, that's going to be a major holding factor in trying to get these cars faster than they should be. So these cars are fast, but the driver inability and confidence is going to be particularly interesting as well. James Head is going to pit this time by for some fresh rubber, and I believe Palmer will do the same as well. Jack Mee will pit as well for some new rubber. Palmer is going to stay out, so he thinks he's on a faster lap. Can he try and hold the advantage? Ooh, bit of a tank slapper out of the final corner. But can he hold on for a faster lap? It is a faster lap, and it is by 0.5 of a second that Palmer does get that pole position over the 7 of James Head. Now, of course, he is going to be rejoining
through the final corner.
Viper through the final corner. He will start his flying lap now in the newly revised 82 Ferrari.
Tice into the pit lane.
Tice into the pit lane, so we should see some GT4 guys coming into the pits as well. Doug Barrow's actually going to stay out. I think he's going to go for another lap, a 2:06.8 for iPads, so I think he should be well clear of the GT4s. Particularly should get Tice in and out of the pits, so a good day, good stop for him. He's going to let the traffic on by, not trying to obstruct any of their hot lap progress. Hairraiser with a 2:11.8, Keelan with a 2:11.5, and so remains a 10th or so just under Tice, our pole sitter in the GT4 class. Where is Viper is the question. He's going to be up in the mountain section, so of course this is the driver who was able to be in the 58, so I think, has he on a slow lap? I'm pretty sure he must have had a slow lap. Yeah, he must have ruined his lap already, so I think he's trying to save the tires and get them warmed up for one flying lap, but he's only got one but he's foregoing he's going 2 or 3 other chances to try and get a fast lap to try and get a super lap here if he can hold it together here in this lap.
Yeah, we've got Bar that's gone into the pit lane for a fresh set of rubber and gone straight back out again. We've got a gaggle of cars coming up to the just coming through the final sector. I think this is the leading pack of James Head.
It is the
Palmer, I
lead
think, is in
pack.
there as well.
Palmer's going to pit this time by, but I think he's not going to make it back. So I think Palmer might have botched his strategy up, unfortunately. James Head and Jack Mia are going to get one flying lap to try and break Palmer's pole position and try and spoil the party. Sharon Palmer saying good evening and good luck to all, of course. Of course, welcome to the chat, Sharon Palmer. Supporting, of course,
The run to the line for Viper.
To the line for Viper. Viper with a 2:02, but he will get one more lap. Good enough for 5th, but I think he was purposely slow that time by. Of course, so I think he's going to really try and go this lap on by.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a clear track as well, so...
Yeah, clear track for Viper, so this is very, very good for the number 82 Ferrari. Ooh, James Head now in the mountain section. Very, very treacherous driving here. Oh, he's actually hit the wall. Oh, he's going sideways, and he's in the wall. And James has already botched that lap up. He might want to try and get out of the way for Jack Mia. Oh, he's hit the wall again. So Jack Mia might have a good chance at a flying lap.
Expect a quick lap from Keelan to the line. Yep.
Oh, Jack Mia almost botching it up as well. And I think that's, like I said, with the lack of driver confidence between the 7 and the 36. Of course, they want to push, but they can't push too hard. And unfortunately, with those incidents, it's bit them both. And I think that might have given Palmer a free pole position. Grand J10 also on a flying lap as well, so he's going to have another chance to crack at Palmer's pole position. Viper now. Oh, big tank slapper for the number 82. And so we will have first of our drivers come into the line. A 59.3 for Palmer, but I don't think it's going to be enough for James Head as he rounds the final corner. And I think qualifying is going to stay as it is. Tell you what though, James Head's not a particularly... Yeah, he's actually just slower. Jack Mia also slower. Actually, he's improved his time, but not his position. So there is Grand J10.
For a second there, it jumped James into first.
Oh, Viper's botched it! Viper's botched it on the final corner!
Really? On the final botched it.
And Viper is going to start from 5th. Wow, unbelievable. Let's do this.
It's a repeat of Laguna Seca.
Yeah, it is a repeat of Laguna Seca. Let's take a look at what happened. Yep, slight kick of overs here, and even on the curb, it just turned that car right on around, unfortunately. So, GT4 guys, we will have Colt coming in. And so now, where is Keelan? Oh, he's actually going to get held up by... Keelan's actually jumped the pole sitter. And so now he's on pole position for GT4. And where is Tice? Tice going to get the draft, and he's going to get that pole position back. But where is Keelan? Does he got it in the tank? And no. Just shy. And Tice will just get the GT4 class pole position. It is a side max 1-3 in the GT3 and 1-2 in the GT4s. Bar improves, and it will go to 10th overall and 5th in class. So,
just right on board with me here. I think we got a great shot behind me.
Oh, I'll tell you what, right there. We'll turn that off. And there you go. Chili Pepper 75, alright, saying hello, welcome to the live stream, Chili Pepper. We hope you enjoy the coverage of the Ferrari GT World Challenge. And so, looking forward to getting the race started. So Elliott's going to hang...
Yeah, just got 20 seconds to go.
20 seconds to go. Elliott, there's going to be a lot of pressure, of course, in these drivers, because they've just only been on the track for 10 minutes, and we've already seen a couple of incidents on track. They've got to make sure they look out after the tires and their fuel for a whole 60 minutes. This is going to be particularly interesting.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's going to be an endurance, this one. It really is, with the complexity. There we go. Qualifying's ended. With the complexity of the track, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Right, so now 60 minutes on the clock for these competitors, including the pace lap to get themselves ready, get the tires warmed up. And it's going to be an interesting one. SLM Palmer on the start with the pole position. James Head, Jack Me, and Grant 10 round up the top 4. Viper and IFS round up the GT3 grid. In GT4, it is Tyce Keelan with a Cymax 1-2. Then it's going to be Hairraiser, Barr, and Doug Barrow that will round them off. And interestingly, Doug Barrow is actually behind Elliott.
That's strange. Oh, there we go.
And so now, getting ready to, Elliott now will pick up the cars. I can't go on board with you just yet. Oh, there we go. And so now, the field picked up by our safety car driver, Elliott F64. And now this is where the pressure might be starting to build up with some of these guys. It's time to build the final bit of confidence for one single pace lap, I should say. And this race is going to be particularly interesting here, Elliott. Any predictions here for the race today?
I think we're looking probably at the grid. I think we're going to see Viper come up and perhaps get in front of Jack and go for P4, but I don't really see any other changes unless anything drastic happens during the race.
STM Time Attack, of course, my fellow teammate in the Speed Human Motorsports camp, saying best of luck to Palmer, Tyce, Keelan, and Viper. Of course, a lot of pressure for these drivers, but now it's time to decompose and get ready for 60 minutes of intense racing at Mount Panorama. So I appreciate you joining in on the stream, Eric. It's good to see you around, buddy. Of course, the fellow Australian watching the stream from his home racetrack in Mount Panorama. Of course, it's always good to see so many drivers come out here today and enjoy. Of course, we are down on numbers, unfortunately, but like I said, like we have had in the past, just because we're down on numbers doesn't mean the action is far from over, because we can still get a decent amount of action in the SLM League, of course.
I've always said quality of racing over quantity of drivers.
Sometimes the case, sometimes not the case, but in the case of SLM, of course, especially in the GT3s as well in the past, it's certainly delivered, and I've been thrilled to commentate on that as well. So it's been obviously very exciting up and down the grid. Now on the Conrad Straight now, the long straightaway that I think was at one point didn't have that chicane, so I think it was just a straight down to that final, straight shot down to that final corner, and then you brake super hard, and then you make that left-hander towards the start-finish line. So the safety car will go on out, and now it's down to Palmer to collect the field, warming up the tires for one final time. Of course, Elliott gonna lead off. Palmer now gonna wait until this chicane here. Conrad Straight, yeah. Thank you, Time Attack.
It is Conrad Straight.
Conrad
it is
Straight.
Conrad Straight. I don't want to correct you, but it is Conrad Straight.
Time Attack.
I'm glad someone else did it.
Yeah, Time Attack in the stream was able to fix it for me as well. Right, Elliott, you, of course, I will give you the honorary role of starting the race grid here for us today.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll go on board with Palmer here and just wait for it. Unfortunately, the script that I drafted. Here we go. Eyes forward, throttle to the max. Let's go.
60 minutes, 56.5-ish minutes on the clock here today at the Mount Panorama circuit in Bathurst. And so
James, keep an eye on everyone. Palmer leads. James, Jack, Viper.
Yeah, Jack applying a lot of pressure now on the number 7 of James Head. Of course, actually going to let off just a tad bit. Viper actually getting by.
James has gone deep. James has gone deep. Palmer's into P3.
You mean Viper's into P3?
Viper's into P3.
2 cars on the start for Viper. He's made incredible race starts here in the SLM League. And now he's right alongside Jack. He's got to give him the space, because too wide with these cars, it's just never going to work. So you got to hang on and wait. This section right here reminds me of Monaco in F1. You just got to sit out and wait. Jack me in the wall. Oh, James in the wall.
Heavy into the wall. Heavy into the wall for James. Just running back to GT4. We've got Tyson Keelan way out in front for GT4s. Then Hairraiser, Doug together. And then Barr. Is Barr running a new livery as well?
I don't not know. As a matter of fact, oh, Jack me is slow. Oh, but Viper with a big 10 slapper as well. And this is the section of the course where these cars are so agile, and you got to be so careful with them, because at any given moment, these cars can spin yourself and you could be in the wall or rotated 180 degrees around. And you do not want that to happen, of course.
Absolutely. Tyson Keelan just going to run away with this, I think. Hairraiser and Doug together, bar playing catch up.
Yeah, big lead for the Cymax crew, of course. Keelan, I don't think is going to play anything too risky. I think he's just going to sit around. He's actually giving him a bump trap, so a bit of cheeky tactics from the Cymax crew, obviously. And so now we'll go back up to the front now, where it is Palmer after one lap leading the way with his team. Cymax teammate Jack Mia behind in second place. Viper in third place with the number 82 new signing for a PRT competition, after taking over the previous assets from the Speed Team Motorsports team, of course. And James Head in fourth. Of course, qualified second place.
Watch for Jack. Jack's in the tow.
Jack is in the tow. The question is he going to hang back? Palmer's actually going to defend on the inside. Yeah, he's actually going to let off, not risk anything. Obviously, a bit of common sense for Jack Mia. Well held. Oh, Jack Mia's gone a bit sideways. Lost a bit of time, but I don't think he's lost that much time. So, good so far.
Now the biggest loser really from the, or biggest loss of time really from the start is James.
Yeah, he was on second place, but I think he's just lost out a bit of time, and he's losing out time drastically, 2.2 seconds just after a lap and a half of racing. So this is not good news for the 7.
Into the wall.
Big hit in the wall for James. Everyone's going to be riding on. Oh, Jack on the grass as well as Viper. Jack Mia. Viper has to check up just slightly. Jack Mia's feeling a lot of pressure right now.
Tice avoids the wall, Keelan avoids the wall, Hairraiser avoids the wall, Doug just about avoids the wall. Jack Mia is
having a lot of pressure, and he is feeling it right now. The car just wanting to unsettle in the downhill section in Sector 2, or Sector 3.
We'll keep an eye on fuel and tyres as well. It doesn't appear that the Viper's really managed to fuel them.
Second place here. Viper going to try and make the move on the Conrad straight. He's got Jack Mia got the inside. Whoa! Almost bumper. Jack's gone very deep for Jack Mia. Oh, and he almost clipped James off.
So close.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So yeah, in fact,
very
now the biggest loss of time is now Jack after 2 laps. 4
glowing brake discs for. And I'll tell you what though, you look on the replay, you'll see 4 glowing brake discs. So Jack Mia just completely hot on the brakes, and that looks spectacular, of course. James Head back up into 3rd place.
My plan of an evening race then is working fantastically if we're able to see these brake discs glowing as much as you say they are. Iapez has lost out a lot of time. He's now 14 seconds behind Palmer, and in fact half that to Grand J10, the car in front. It is still Tyson Keelan out in front, but Hairraiser and Doug are now starting to get back onto the tail of them.
Oh, I think Keelan just went a bit wide. Yeah, was there a bit of a wide moment for Keelan? Yeah, he touched that inside curve, just got it on the grass, and is able to keep it straight. So, at the moment, the Winding Road Racing guys of Doug Farrow and Hairraiser are really working together, and they're really catching back up to these GT4 class leaders.
Absolutely. I think something's happened to James and Jack again, because Jack's lost. He's now 6 seconds off the lead, so he's lost about another 2 seconds, I think, after his off-track excursion.
He spun it for good measure. He spun it for good measure. Wow, that's a big moment. He spun it for good measure too. Wow. And the 36, of course, tumbling down the order now. Just got it on the curb. Wow. Oh, what a big hit.
The outside or inside curve.
Big hit.
Did he catch the rear right wheel on the outside curb?
Yeah, he did, unfortunately. Actually, as a matter of fact, he caught it on the grass, and that's what sent him around.
Yeah. That will always unsettle the car.
Time attack saying Viper
has lost another 5 seconds.
Who, James?
No, Iapez. Iapez has lost another 5 seconds to the leaders.
I think he's just not able to wrangle the car, unfortunately, so... I think that's just
the battle for the GT4s. Keelan's taken the lead.
Oh, look at
Tyson
this!
behind and Hairraiser's there as well.
I think Tyson is slow, and now he's got Hairraiser right up his chuff.
Yeah, I mean, just watching here. Yep, bump drafting from the 2 SLM guys again, of course. Hairraiser, is he going to look to the inside? He's got the run. No, he's not quite.
Yeah, he's going to hold on back. Fair move from Hairraiser. Go to the comments here real quickly. As Time Attack saying Viper on a monster drive. What an effort charging through the field Viper makes very, very good race starts in this Ferrari GT4 Challenge. That's one of his key traits about this car. He makes very good race starts.
Catching as well.
Yeah, I think I'll be honest.
Just look at their fuel loads.
Yeah, I was like I said, I was watching the practice races early on here. Viper has had the most confidence out of each of these GT3 drivers, so Viper could be in for a very good shot at winning this race. He's got I'll tell you what, Viper has got so much confidence in that car. We'll go on board with him for a bit just to show you how much he's really pushing that car. Of course, he does have less tire wear in the car than Palmer does, but then again, you do change the tires much the same way than you would with fuel. So you got to spend more. If you're Palmer, you spend more time fueling the car. Oh, he's just tapped the wall, just a tad.
GT4 is still there. Hair Razor's still there. Doug's on him now. So we've got Keelan, Tice, Hair Razor. In fact, let's have a look at their gap. So half a second, 2/10, 4/10. So they're about a second apart, these guys. GT4, in fact, Doug's just hit the wall.
Keelan's just got half a second now over Tice now, who I think Tice is very, very slow here at the moment. I don't think he's got the confidence as high as Keelan does, and there's more confidence right now in the winding road racing guys. I think they know something more than Tice does at the moment, right? Because right now, that 78 is pretty slow in terms of raw pace.
Maybe he's fuel saving. He's got slightly more fuel, but Hair Razor's got the same about the same fuel as Keelan.
Bit of a wall tap for one of the GT4 Ferraris. I think it was the 69 of Hair Razor. But it's just...
Trevor, are you with me?
Yeah. Mate, you there?
Okay, sorry. Lagged out slightly, but everything's okay.
Yeah, I just got in the background. Viper was saying Palmer's lagging a tad bit as well. Oh, big tank slapper for Viper. He cannot do that and overdrive the car. Otherwise, he's going to cook the rear tires and he'll be way down the order much quicker than he expects. He cannot overdrive this car. He cannot overdrive the car, obviously. I think we're seeing, again, a bit of lag spiking, of course, and hopefully we won't have any disconnects, of course, otherwise we would have to restart the field, of course. Keelan with a 4/10 penalty. Oh, is Viper in the wall? Has he gone in the wall?
Nothing noticeably. In fact, he's
lost...
he
did have a tank slapper coming out, going towards the downhill section.
He's had another one.
This is the issue. This is the issue. Okay. The Viper's overdriving the car and the rear wheels are stepping out. That's the issue.
Yeah.
James with a 5/10 penalty at the moment for some terms of track limits. Keelan now's got a slight penalty, but he's served most of it at the moment. Go with Viper back to him once again, and this is his major caveat in this series. He drives the car extremely, extremely well, but he overcooks the rear wheels and then he overdrives the car.
Yeah, he is.
Which he cannot have
He's really
happen.
overdriving it right now. Car is not planted whatsoever.
So he's just got to take it easy and then... Yeah, like I said, he's just got to take it very, very easy right now if he wants any chance of catching up back up to Palmer right now.
Yep, Tice is back on the tail of Keelan again, who's just tapped the wall slightly. And just following in behind.
Oh, big lag spike again for me. Big lag spike again for me.
From who?
From
who
myself. Was from Viper. It looked like he was still going, but then it's like a cutout.
Okay. It's weird, I didn't get any other lag. He's very twitchy, isn't he?
Yeah, the number 82 Ferrari. Oh, very twitchy. He's going to have to pit now if he wants to... If he overdrives the car and if he's pitting, I'd say if you're Viper right now, you'd pit and make a extra stop.
Yeah, he's lost 3 seconds. Or
yeah,
2.5 seconds,
about
really.
3 seconds or so. About 2.1-ish seconds or so to 3 seconds now. This is the biggest issue that he has,
wow,
I think.
Look at the difference. Look at the rear tyre difference between Palmer and Viper.
Yeah, Viper...
That's quite considerable.
It is quite considerable. He's still driving the car just fine, but I think he's going to have to pit in that right now if he wants any chance of trying to undercut on Palmer, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's grazed the wall on the exit there. Just running back through, the GT4s were close, but it's starting to expand out a bit more with...
A bit again, yeah. Where's the winding road guys? Hair Razor's doing a fair job of staying behind. this traffic, bit of traffic right here, and Doug Farrell the same as well. So these two guys really trying to keep up with the Cymax crew. Where is Viper? Is he staying out, or is he going to pit this time by?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Viper is still staying out. No, he's actually going to pit. So Viper, yeah, this is, I think Viper's going to go with the 3-stop with the tire wear that he's got. So I think if he could try and get fresher rubber and get the undercut on Palmer, then this would be good for him in the long haul, obviously. And so right now, fresh rubber for Viper. Fuel going in as well. And interestingly, he has only filled up to just over half a tank, so I think he's going to commit to that 3-stop strategy with less fuel in the car. So James Head goes back up into second place. Oh, another tank slapper for James Head in the 7. And how about for Grand J10? Still in third place. He's had a particularly good race thus far, so he hasn't really made any big mistakes, but he's been doing a very, very good job here, Elliot. I think Grand J10 is having his best race so far. Elliot?
Yes.
Oh, have you walked away on me, man?
I did say I'll be right back, sorry. I just thought I'd run downstairs and just check on the network. Just got a couple of devices with it running, but I've disabled all of those now, so it should be managing itself back again.
So yeah, here's
Viper did pit.
And yeah, so Viper did pit. I think he's going to commit to a 3-stop with the amount of fuel he's got. Grand G10 in particular is having a great race so far. I don't think he's made any major incidents in this race. He's been doing particularly well and fine.
Yeah, but look who's right up behind him. Here comes Jack. In fact, here we go. Grand J10's coming into the pits on this lap. His
and I think Jack Mia might have backed out of that one.
On.
So I think this is the thing that you were talking about earlier in the race. Palmer's going to pit this time by, and I think Grand J10 is going to follow suit as well. Where's James Head? James is going to pit as well as Grand J10. Jack Mia, the only car that is going to stay out, and Viper's not that far off of him as well. So this is going to be extremely close, as a matter of fact.
He's disconnected. Viper.
Yeah, he's back.
Trevor?
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he's here.
Elliot. Okay, that was it. Yep, got it. Yep, okay. I got back on. I went on board with Viper there, and his engine cut out.
He did cut out his engine, but I think I think it's just trying to hold on for dear life right now. I'm pretty sure. So, Jack Mia, I think, had a big moment as well.
He's making mistakes.
Jack Mia gone deep and then gone wide, and then big kick of oversteer. And so that's why Jack Mia was so very on the inside. But here's the particularly interesting problem. Viper's now got to get by Jack Mia pretty dang quick, because Jack Mia is on very worn tires, and Viper's catching him at an alarming rate right now.
Yeah, I think we'll see Jack into the pits as Viper just clips the wall there again. As Palmer keeps out of the wall. James hits one wall and then misses the other. Back through. Keelan's leading, Ty's leading, Hair Razor, Doug's into the pits for GT4s.
GT4s into the pits. Oh, once again, Viper just in the wall. And I think this is where Viper is going to get that power.
Yep, and Jack's got the hazards or four-way flashes on, so we're going to see Jack coming into the pits here as well. Let's just hope Viper can pass him safely, and Jack does let him go. To the inside, not quite. Viper's having a look. Late move.
Did he spin him as a matter of fact? Oh no, he's going to pit. That's why. He's going to pit, because he's got the four-ways on. So I think that's why Viper might have backed out of that one.
Well, he had the four-way flashes on the whole way down the Conrad straight, so...
Okay, then I might have missed it then, as a matter of fact, so Palmer will get back up into second place, but now he's just behind Viper, who is going to be trying to make a 3-stop work. Jack Mia is going to try and make a 2-stop work. Who, Viper
went wide through turn 1.
Interesting.
It was gravel and then sparks.
That's very interesting.
Doug's come back out. Barn must have pitted, I think. Yeah. These guys aren't taking fuel yet.
Yeah, not yet, but yeah, now Palmer put way more fuel in the car than Viper did, so I think Viper, like I said, is committing on a 3-stop, whereas Palmer is on a 2-stop right now, so...
Yep, just
I'm
keeping
thinking...
an eye on the GT4 leaders, with Doug perhaps triggering the pit stops.
So here's the funny part that I just noticed, Elliot. Do you notice on the hood of the car, where CG has Total and then he has Motul, which are two completely different, you know, oil lubricant sponsors?
Yeah, it's
interesting nonetheless. Good job, Viper. You put 2 oil sponsors on the car.
What did Baller do?
The what?
You know, Baller. Look on the back next underneath impact zone.
Yeah. What about it?
What do they do? Is it exhausts?
Exhaust and I think backup camera. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You
They
got
do
the
exhaust, so.
you got the digital camera inside as well.
No, just having a look to see if there were any.
Oh, big moment for Viper, and he's just
kept
saved
it.
it. He's just
Did
saved
he keep it out the wall?
About to find out, but I think he just did. No, I think he just did.
Yeah. No, on Grand J10 here as he comes through the final corner and look to the right-hand side of the track.
Oh, you
You'll see those tyre
cannot
marks.
cannot be any more lucky.
You can see the tyre marks left as well.
Oh,
in the
really?
grass.
Time Attack saying Borla is an exhaust company. Yes, good quality brand. Yeah, I think you were talking
Awesome.
about Borla
Thank you
exhaust,
very much,
Elliot, I'm pretty
Matt.
sure.
Yeah, they do. I just googled it. They do exhaust. So I want to see if there were any duplicates. Oh, he's tapped the wall again. As Viper. So he's got a brake. He's got Brembo brakes, Total and Motul Oil Company, Baller exhausts, and not sure what impact zone is, but maybe that's just a sticker because it's the rear of the car. But
I think that's one of the cars. I think that's one of the stickers that PRT have had on their car.
Okay.
So I think they're putting it on this car. I think just because I think it's you know, impact zone front and rear.
here
Something like
comes
that.
the traffic. Traffic for Viper ahead.
And oh, big tank slapper once again. And now this is where this is going to get particularly interesting. We didn't see it in stint 1. We didn't see it in stint 1, but in stint 2, with the GT3s and GT4s, this is where the traffic's going to get particularly interesting.
GT4 leaders are in. Missed that. GT4 leaders are in. Hair Razor staying out for another lap. So Tyson Keelan both in. Tyson, who was behind Keelan, has got more fuel. So he's been fuel saving during the slipstream.
I'd say so as well. Quick change of tires. Doug Barrow going to stay on out for another lap as well.
Doug's already pitted. Doug has pitted.
Oh, wow!
He's triggered his pit stop.
Wow, Bar went right and Viper kind of went right, but I had to fake back over to the left. There was almost a collision between those two drivers. And that was close.
We saw that at Laguna as well.
A couple of times as well. So, of course, this is going to get particularly interesting as well. Viper might be getting rapidly held up here in the mountain section.
Great looking sparks coming off the cars as they run down the first straight.
For sure, yeah.
After the pit lane.
For sure, very interesting stuff. And so now these cars, like you said, Elliot, are really on the jagged edge between how much can they push and how much can the cars handle it. Big tank slapper for Viper once again, a bit of a laggy one, I should say, on my end.
Doug's got the undercut on the leaders. I wonder.
Did he now?
If Doug's staying out. Yeah, Doug's got the undercut, so I reckon he's going to stay out, hold Tyson Keelan up
to allow the grass slightly.
To allow Hair Razor to get his pit stop done and come out ahead of these guys.
Oh, Viper's around, as a matter of fact! And Palmer's through!
Is he around?
He's around, and again there is around!
And again. Yep, and he's using the... Whoa! He's used the wall to get himself back. Watch for James.
Watch for James.
Yeah, got out of the way, safe there. That was very, very smart of Viper to move out of the way of James there, but
wow,
he's gone round again.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. And this is
Can
the
you get
major
the rotation?
issue.
Traffic coming up behind. It's Grand J10. Grand J10 around the outside. Is he going to get moved then? Yeah. Got back. Nearly went again there, Viper. Nearly went again. Oh, and again. Wow, his tyres have gone already.
Yeah, he was really pushing on that tires.
He should have. I reckon he could have gone for the mediums on this one. Let's just have a look. James coming up behind that bar again. Bar number 27. Yep, bar. So we'll see if James can get past bar nice and safely. Yep.
Grand 10 made his pit stop, I believe, not that long ago as well. So he's been doing a good job at holding it off as well.
Again. Watch on board with Jack. Is Viper coming into the pit lane without hazards?
Yeah, he's going to come in.
Yeah. Didn't signal to the car.
I think he was going to come out.
So
I think he was going to come in anyway.
Yeah, but it was risky because the driver in front may have gone to the inside and been contact. So we'll look at that after the race. But looking through, Palmer's got through the GT4s, and in fact, as Tice, we missed it unfortunately, but Tice has got ahead of Doug.
Oh, did he now? Oh,
yeah,
so
it's a shame that we missed that.
Yeah, because I think there was a lot of drama once again on the track.
Yeah, and the GT3s are very drama-filled, yet the GT4s have got the racing, so just need to keep an eye on the GT4s a bit better to make sure.
Yeah, Hellraiser's doing a particular good job as well, because I think he's got to make his pit stop, and I think he should be right out with the mix of these GT4s once again. So once again,
Hellraiser, yeah.
Hellraiser, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's losing time because now that Tice has got ahead, Tice can drive and try to catch Hellraiser. We've got blue flags being shown for all three of them, gaining on them, but he's not really there yet. So I'm surprised the blue flags are being shown this early. But Doug's in fact gone slightly deep into the hairpin.
Oh, it's James and Jack Mia! Oh, James and Jack Mia and Grand J10.
Was there contact?
There was two cars. Let's see what happened.
If you can pick up on that, because Grand J10's got damage to his front bumper.
Grand J10 went around.
Jack.
Oh, yep. Grand J10 went around on his own, and it collected Jack Mia somewhat. But Grand J10 with another big incident. He's got some damage. He was doing particularly well.
Yeah, Jack's got damage as well. Jack's got more damage. It's just cleared itself, but
Hellraiser is into the pits. Grand J10 did particularly well for the most part in this race. I think up until that point.
Yeah, James is in again.
James is in again. Was he? Oh, because he didn't take fuel. Was that an issue on his part?
No, in fact, his tyres look quite worn as well.
Somewhat.
Jack Mia's gone through.
And this is the kind of issue that we were expecting from these GT3s as well, where there's a lack of confidence.
Grand J10's coming round the turn one. James is coming out the pit. He's going to be quite. In fact, he's kept coming out in front.
Yeah, I think Grand J10 might have cooked it a bit too much at the top of the Skyline, so I think he's going to try and rebound as much as he can. And
Hellraiser's rejoined way behind Keelan, Doug and Tice battle.
Oh, has he now? Yeah. Oh wow, way behind. And you got Tice who's right, and you got Tice who's just ahead of Doug Barrows. So this battle for the GT4 lead is going to get someone exchanged. Oh, that was a major run. Did Tice have an incident of some sort?
I think he went slightly wide, but nothing really that.
Take a look here once again. Take a look up.
Doug going to look to the inside at the hairpin.
Yeah, I think he was just slow. Yeah, I think if Doug wants to get the move, it has to be on this straight. But then again, he's going to have Keelan.
He's got an insane run. He's got a great run. Here he goes. Is he going to look to the left? Yep, he's going to fake. Oh, almost two moves there from Tice. Almost two moves.
I'll be honest, I think that was two moves, but it's side by side right now.
Yeah,
no contact, surprisingly, which is quite amazing. Doug Barrow.
Is Doug going to get the overlap cleared? Yep, he has. He's
just going to hold it on.
Watch for Keelan. Keelan is back at Tice.
Good move for Doug. No. Good move for Doug. Well held for him. We've also got the GT3 class leaders going to come on through and split the party up here a little bit. Because they're going to want to try and get by this battle as quick as they can. Because otherwise it's going to form a train up, and this is going to allow Hellraiser and Bar 27 to really close back up on this Three-car battle for the lead right here. There was Jack Mia right
so
behind.
Jack's on them. Jack's right on them, so hopefully they'll stay to the right-hand side. Yep, and Jack's just going to fly past them.
Oh!
That was
not sure what that was about.
close, I think.
Yeah, trying to get the toe in. Grand G10's going to pit this time by. Well, it looks like for his one and only stop. So we'll go
James
back
has
up
got
to
a good toe here off of Hair Raiser. Hair Raiser's, that was very, very well played from Hair Raiser. Hair Raiser actually indicated to the left to say, "Hey James, I'm going left. You go to my right." So good, good sportsmanship there from Hair Raiser, just allowing James back through. So Grand J10's now exiting the pit lane. Iapez is quite a distance back, and Viper's gone through. So yeah,
the lead right now for the GT3s, I should say, is 21 seconds between SLM Palmer and his Sidemax teammate Jack Mia. So those guys really dominating the class right now. But in the GT4 class, it's a whole different story because Doug Barrow is really, really on it here. Oh, he's touched the grass just a tad.
Yeah. I'm watching this battle between the two SMM guys in behind him.
Time Attack saying great steady drive from Palmer in recent laps. Yeah, he's really shown it this couple of laps.
It's a quiet race.
It is
really
right now,
race.
particularly the quiet race. So but the action right now is really on the GT4s. Blue flags once again, I assume, for the 7 of James Head.
Yeah, he's still quite a distance behind, but again, we'll see. We'll see what happens. He should catch them maybe on the start-finish straight at the rate that they're doing about 155. He's charging at. Who's that round? Grand J10's round. Grand J10 is around at the same place.
Oh, again, yeah, it's Skyline. Once again, it is Skyline.
Whoa, who is that?
What?
Keelan up on 2 wheels coming through the chase.
2 wheels?
Yeah.
Oh.
2 wheels.
A bit too much
from...
from...
and James has caught them.
Yeah, a bit too much from... Whoa,
inside goes James.
I just caught the tail end of that. James is going to come on through right now.
Yeah.
Tyson Keelan going to let the 7 on by. This is going to give Doug Barrow some breathing room here for the meanwhile.
Yeah, in fact, Doug's going to get some toe off of it. Doug's going to get some really helpful toe off of it.
I think this is the
person that's going to get left in the dust here is Keelan because there's no double toe in effect.
I think Doug Barrow has been doing extremely well in this race because he's been really showing it here. He might have a good shot at winning his class today. He
pitted 2 laps before the guys behind him, and he's managing to keep them at bay.
If he can hold them off, and make the same undercut and then get these guys back, that would really help him out, of course.
Oh, Ethan, keep it on the road, my friend.
And there's also a lot of pressure from Palmer as well because he's got a Ferrari and worry about keeping it on the track as well.
Yeah, he'll be coming in on this lap. He doesn't need to indicate because he hasn't got a car within 3 seconds. That is a safety rule we have implemented for this race. But if you have got a car within 3 seconds behind you, you must indicate and let them know that you're coming in. But here he comes into the pit lane for the race leader. Nice and easy.
A good second stint for Palmer, of course. And he'll be looking at taking home possibly another race win here of the season.
Yeah. Doug will be in this lap as well. So the question is, where's Hair Raiser? Hair Raiser's lost, still not really gained on this battle, so he's lost out. Bar will be in this lap as well, so Bar and Doug, same strategy. Doug has got Tice right up behind him. They got Viper as well coming in.
I think
he hasn't got his indicators on, as Doug.
He does.
He's got them on now. Oh, it was quite tight. He really needs to get that on as soon
Viper
as
was trying to really get by those guys as quick as he can. So GT4 class leader, then Doug Barrow, going to make his second stop. And this has been a great race for Doug. It really has.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping him behind him is.
Because in the past we haven't seen him do particularly well, but he's doing a really good job here today. And this is really working out for the Whiting Road Racing guys, giving the Cymax guys a run for the money here today at the Mount Panorama Down Under.
You okay?
He's still got the left-hand turn indicator on, and so With everything settled,
Yep,
Tyson
top.
Keelan going to try and extend
Oh,
their
another
stint.
lap.
I'm sorry?
I was just saying, Bar's on another lap, surprisingly. Jack's right up behind Palmer. I didn't notice that.
Because Palmer has made his stint.
Yeah.
I
So,
passed
in
with
fact,
another
really,
small
Palmer's way
incident.
ahead.
Of course, I think he just went around. Yeah, he went around at the chicane.
Yep, Jack's coming in this lap as well, so that's fine. Oh, Viper's off! Viper's off! I just caught on board with that before we heard his reaction in the background, but he went off of the hairpin.
Let's take a look at this. And this race that went in the way of Viper for a bit has immediately gone on his own head. Yeah. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's quite the bizarre spin. Let me tell you what. Jack Mia in. Jack Mia is in from second place.
He will pick up a penalty as well for that pit stop, but again, this will be
Who, Jack Mia?
done after the race. Yeah.
For what?
Pit entry infringement. But we'll look at it again. We'll look at it at the end of the race. I shouldn't really.
Oh,
say
Tyson
anything
Keelan
right now,
side by
but-
side. Yeah, Tyson wasn't going to get a
Paces
good
into
run
the
up
wall
there.
as well.
Keelan now with a great run so far. So
Yeah, these
Keelan
two are really just pulling away.
pulling away indeed. Where is Hellraiser? He's gone back a bit drastically, and then
He's gone backwards. Oh, since that pit stop, he's gone backwards. Bar's got to come into the pits for sure.
well, you got the side max guys who've still got to come in, so there is still with a fighting chance for Doug Barrow to see what happens.
Bar is in.
Bar is indeed in.
Doug's got to let Grand J10 through. Grand J10 on the start finish straight, going to pull to the left. Yep, and just get past, and Doug's going to tuck into the slipstream, I think.
Yeah, I don't think
After
Doug wants to
turn one.
lose too much time to the guys up front because he is with a theoretical chance of winning this race.
What's the gap? 10 to Hellraiser.
Oh, Viper very sideways.
Plus 8. So he's got 18 seconds. He's 18 seconds behind race leader Keelan in GT4 class.
Okay, that sounds like a good delta time. Keelan's very much holding him up. As a matter of fact, he's hit the wall. The side max
Viper
guy-
again. Viper hard into the wall.
And so Keelan now, I think they're really trying to extend their life. Oh, Keelan, 2 wheels off the ground. He's really trying to get as much tire wear savings as possible, even if it means going up and in the air.
Yeah, there's no. From what I gather, there is absolutely no. There's absolutely no fuel. Sorry, there's There's absolutely no team orders. That's the word I was looking for. Team orders between Tyson Keelan, because if there were, they would switch them around to allow Keelan to fuel save. If you look at the difference in fuel between Tyson and Keelan, it's a good chunk.
Yeah, I think they're going to let them race. I don't think they like to use team orders as often, but I think when they like to race, they like to try and do it out of their own benefit, even if it means bump drafting and so, because it helps. Well, because trying to fuel save and use team orders is going to cost you time, of course. So you don't want that particularly happening, of course.
In fact, they have switched at some point because it was Keelan behind
I
because
think
he
it was
had
in the
more
pit
fuel.
stop cycle. I think it was in the pit stop cycle, sure, because Tyson took less fuel than Keelan. So now Keelan's back up into the lead of the class right now. But then again, like I said, they will have to pit at some point, presumably, I think, at the end of this lap, and I think Doug will be right with them.
Yeah, Hellraiser's going to get passed by Grand J10, who does the same thing, just a lap later. Gets passed.
So Grand J10 into 5th place in the 15. Of course, didn't have a particularly good first part of this race, but I think with the 2 spins at Skyline, I think it just kind of unraveled from him. And unfortunately, I think right now...
Wow. Hellraiser's got traffic coming up behind him.
Oh, as a matter of fact,
James,
he's going to have to
sorry.
take the escape road, because I think he
Just wanted
wanted
to
to
let
let
him
James head on by as safe as possible, so I think cutting the... using that escape road right there at Skyline was the safest way to possibly do it. I think that was the safe thing to do, particularly.
Yeah, I mean, James is doing all right here. He's on course for P2.
I think this is going to be his...
P3 because of Jack.
I'm sorry?
Jack made a stop. Just saying, Jack's made his stop, so James is on course for P3.
You cut out, Elliot cut out again.
James is on course for P3 here.
Well, we'll see what the strategy is, because I think James had might come back in again. I think we'll try and make the 3-stop work.
Yeah.
I
So
believe.
and he'll come out in P3.
Palmer on particularly
Oh.
fresh.
Whoa.
Big moment. From who? From where? From
Yeah,
where?
James. James had a huge moment coming through the final corner.
You got Keelan and Tice now ready to be overlapped by Grand J10 in the 15. Big power from these Ferraris. There goes one, and there goes two. And there goes the Ferrari of Grand J10. Viper into the pits with 20 to go. And I think this is his 3rd stop of the day, Elliot.
For Viper,
For Viper, yeah.
It's 4.
I think it's his 3rd, to be honest. I think. I'm particularly sure. And he's actually going to the medium compound. So a change of strategy for the number 82 of Viper to go into the mediums. So this is interesting.
Yeah. He's got to try and do something different here just to gain something out of this.
If he can gain something out of it, then let's see if he can do it, because he's right now 51 seconds to the good. Let's see if it can work in his favor with about 18 and 3/4 of a minute to go. So,
Well, he's on course for P4 here.
let's if things, turn the tide in a way. I guess and squint incidents, squint. Kind of throwing out some bold predictions, of course.
I think this is our finishing order, except for Jack and James will switch.
We'll see what happens. We've got about 18-ish minutes or so. Not going to make any bold
James has lost
predictions.
2 seconds on that previous lap.
Did he now? Or James?
Yeah, James lost 2 seconds to Jack.
He's going to pit this time by with the 4-ways on.
Yeah, he has to. He lost 2 seconds on that previous lap.
And I think James Head is going to probably make his final pit stop of the day.
Yeah,
And so
Jack's
what-
already done his final one.
Jack Mia going through the start-finish straight right now. Of course, iPad's going to get the blue flag for 36. And so now this
Yeah,
is going
this is our finishing order. This is our finishing order. 1, 2, and 3.
We'll see what happens, of course. I'm not going to say, it is as it is, because things can change. But I am very curious to see how things will shape out and pan out, of course. Of course, you're not wrong in saying it's going to be the finishing order, but I think things could happen, and if they don't happen, well, then it is the finishing order. So I'm interested to see what
My
happens.
prediction top 3 is set in stone now.
And you got Viper, who's not that far ahead of Grand J10. And
Yeah, but he's
another
top.
big
That's 4th.
Tice into the pits. Tice is into the pits.
Yeah, Keelan's going 4.
Keelan's is going to, I think, about make one more lap or 2 at most. And where's
Harry's
Doug?
going to need to stop again.
Doug
This hasn't
Barrow?
worked out at all for Keelan. For Harry's. Doug can go to the end, I think. Can you do 16 minutes on that tank of fuel?
I think he can, because these cars are very extremely light on their fuel. And so now Tice going to rejoin behind Doug Barrow.
Wow.
So this has
Yeah.
worked out for Doug Barrow incredibly well.
Tice can definitely go to the end. He's got fresher tyres but a heavier fuel load. I think Doug's going to have to do a splash and dash.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's horrifyingly.
It's going to be close. I'll give you that much. It will be close, I think. Hairraiser and
Harry's is
Keelan.
definitely in this lap. Yeah, both of them are definitely coming in this lap.
I think Keelan, if he can fuel save, do one more lap, but I think he's going to try and play it safe and come in this time by.
Yeah, he's going to have to come in this lap.
And so, right now, Palmer still leads the way. 19 seconds over Jack Mia. And then Jack Mia, 14 seconds over the 7 of James Head. Of course, Jack Mia had that very big incident at the top of Skyline not that long ago. And of course, he's right now back in it with a fighting chance. Viper also 19 seconds behind James Head as well. He could have had a race.
Just checking fastest laps for GT4. Is Keel... No, it's not. Who's that? Tice. Tice has got it so far. 2 minutes 10.819. versus Keelan's 2 minutes 10.852.
So close laps up and down the GT4 class grid. And so Doug Barrow is still in it with a fighting chance, like we said. Keelan into the pits. Our GT4 class leader is into the pits for what we're going to assume his final stop of the day.
Him.
Interesting. Where is Doug Barrow? Just ahead of Tice.
Right.
And here we go. So this is the part we were expecting to see. And it's going to be very, very close strategy from here on out.
Keelan should come out just ahead. Keelan should come out just ahead. Yeah, here he comes. He's coming out the pit lane. Where's...
He's got more fuel in the tank, if not the same amount of fuel as Keelan. So
are we sure Doug can go to the end on that fuel load?
I'm going to put a bold statement and say probably if he can fuel save it. If.
Whoa, Tice down the inside. He sent it.
Contact. Good move for Tice.
Yeah, it's fair.
Oh,
fair.
Flashing it.
Yeah, it's just a distraction technique. That's all it is. Oh, little nudge there into the corner though. That's it. I think even the GT4s now are probably set for the podium results. Oh no, they're not. In fact, no. It'll be Air Racer on the podium because Doug's going to need. Well, if my predictions serve me well, Doug will need to pit again for a splash and dash.
I think you're right on the. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be close. Doug, as a matter of fact, is not gonna be close with that. Going wide on the grass. But I think the closest battle we've got at the moment is right now between these two guys vying for second and third on the podium.
Range 10 pits. Range 10 into the pits isn't going to affect the race results.
I don't think so either as well, because you got iPads, who's a minute and a half behind Grand J10, who also is Grand J10 a minute and 5 seconds behind our race leader.
Yeah, race leader Palmer is just out in front by 19 seconds now, so he's just driven away. Really has.
And we're looking at Palmer now. He'll probably have to make another pit stop soon, probably with about 10 minutes to go, I believe. So Jack Mia could be in it with a fighting chance.
No, the pit stop isn't 20 seconds here. It's about 15 to 18. So, in fact, Jack's going to make another stop.
Time kept saying if he was Doug, I would be fuel saving and avoid a splash and dash to hold on to third. So a bit of interesting strategy going on, I assume, for the winding road racing guys.
I think even with the splash and dash, he'll come out in front of his teammate.
Probably.
Actually, with the pit entry, it's really slow, isn't it? So probably, I'm not sure actually. Who's that coming in? Is that Jack coming in? Yeah, Jack is in fact coming in. He's hit the wall on the inside there as he came in, but penalties are going to be very fun to go through.
I think this is going to be interesting because right now, with this pit stop, it's going to put James and Jack Mia right with each other for about 11 and a half minutes to go to the line.
Where's Jack? He needs to come out now. He needs to come out right now. He's coming out. It's going to be close.
Oh, they're side by side as they're leaving pit lane, but James Head is just going to get it.
Got it.
And now, this is where James Head is going to have to fight for his life for a second place finish here today.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Jack's come out with fresher tyres and ever so slightly less fuel. I think Jack might get James. Oh, it's not going to help if James goes wide, which he's done, but Jack's just filtered in behind. This is the battle to watch. It's the battle for P2 in GT3.
Close driving right now at the moment between these two guys. Jack Mia right up on the back bumper. He can't overdrive the car, obviously, because, like I said, he is on the new rubbers, but he's got to wait for the right moment to get by that number 7 of James Head.
When's the time to do it, do you think?
James with a big slide in the mountain section. I don't think that's a part of the course where you expect the Ferrari to be sideways, of course. Oh, James is going to the walls, as a matter of fact!
James has hit it heavy, harder, though. James has hit it way harder. I was just going to say that Jack just clipped the ball and then James has driven plain into it.
Going to see what happened here. Riding on board. On the grass. And that's going to be front end damage for...
Back.
Palmer into
Race
the
leader's
pits as
in.
well. Yep, I think they're way far off from these guys. I think Palmer could just try and coast it to the end and not have to worry about a dang thing.
Yeah, he'll go for fastest lap here. Oh wow, that was a very quick splash and dash. Is he? He's going to have to come in again.
Oh my God, he's going to have to come in again!
He's
Oh
going
my
to have to come
God!
in again. It's glitched out. It has definitely glitched out there. But where's Jack? Where's Jack? Okay, he's got plenty of space. He's got way plenty of space. That makes no sense. He's got plenty of space. Whoa! Bar's going to get out of the way there. I'm not doing it, but James is through now on Bar. Where is he? You good? Trev, you good? Hello, Trevor. Okay, Trevor's just disappeared on me, so not too sure what's happened now. Just checking Viper. He's still running, so maybe Trevor's had to go do something. James has gone slightly deep into turn 2, so James unfortunately has lost out on that P2 opportunity. But Palmer now, he's got traffic as well that's not going to help him, and Jack's being 25 seconds. Is Palmer he's going to get a 4th stop here? And 2 of them have been freebies. So he's got Doug in front of him, so this isn't the easiest for him to put. Oh, there's contact. Got through there, but there was contact with Doug. There's a battle up ahead. There's 2 cars running together. I guess that's probably Keelan and Tice. Tice down the inside of Keelan, actually. It's quite rare. Here he comes, Palmer. Palmer straight back into the pit lane again.
Sorry about that. I had to step away for a little bit, but yeah, Palmer,
no worries.
Like I said,
No
Palmer,
worries,
he must have clicked the X button a bit too late or something like that. Something has happened.
Where's Jack? Yeah, he's got plenty of space for his splash and dash. He needs to take tyres, just fuel. Yep, just fuel. But he only needs a little bit with... What's that, 3 laps to go?
He's really putting more fuel in than he needs to. Half a tank.
Wow.
Yeah, that looks
half
about...
a tank.
I'll tell you what though, that's kind of right where the money is. What happens? Oh yeah, James is the wall, and Jack Neal's just really.
James went deep actually into turn 2. James went very deep into turn 2. It allowed Jack just to pull away a little bit more, and then of course the next couple of corners after that, James just got really grubby tyres. So, but otherwise, the Tice and Keelan were scrappy, and in fact, Tice has got ahead of Keelan.
Yeah, Doug Barrow's fallen way back. Yeah, I think, like you said, you're right on the money with that. I think he was going to have to pit.
There was contact between Palmer and Doug actually. Coming out of the hairpin before Con gone straight, there was slight contact. Doug went to the left-hand side to let Palmer through, but really should have stayed on the racing line, and Palmer worked his way round, unless he got a kick of oversteer. But yeah, there was minor contact there, but nothing really that should have slowed Doug down. If anything, it should have given him a punt forward. He was slightly wide there, but yeah, I mean, looking back through, he's got blue flags for, I think
Palmer.
That's Viper. Is it Palmer? It is, you're right, sorry, it is indeed Palmer. But looking through, there are no battles.
There's no particular battles of interest at the moment. I think right now, if things
Tyson
stay
and
as they
just
are,
running around together.
I think if things stay as they are right now, I think this is what's going to be right now. I think James could have had a real good chance of getting second place had he not botched it in a couple of spots.
Doug is going to need to take that splash and dash. Here we go, Keelan and Tice actually side by side. Keelan to the outside. There's contact. Keelan's on the grass.
And they're both on the grass!
2 teammates have come together. 2 teammates have come together there, and they've both had to go across the chase there. I think that's called the chase. Eric, you have
Tice
to remind me.
Tice squeezed Keelan, and then Keelan kind of forced Doug from the behind, and they forced both them off to go into the gravel.
Doug's in. So my prediction was right. Doug's had to come into the pits. He wasn't going to make it to the end. He's in. Hairraiser's gone through. So here we go. Through the GT4 is Tice, Keelan, Hairraiser.
James is in the pits. Interestingly, James is in the pits.
Not sure what. Maybe he's going for fresh rubber. He's got quite. Oh, Viper.
No, I don't think so.
Viper had a huge disconnect and he shot backwards at the chase, straight into the barriers, but He's come back now. James is straight back out again. So James going for fastest lap, I think.
Do you think he's going to try and go for fastest lap? Viper does have that fastest lap of the race, so he will get a bonus point,
Yeah,
but
he's
not
gonna
be on the podium at this rate.
He's gone. Viper, go on board with Viper. His engine's cut out. No, he's kicked back again. It does. It lags. There's a lot of lag coming from Viper's end.
He's cutting in and he's cutting out, I think. Crazy Ted's going to have to come in for the splash and dash as well.
He's gone wide at turn 2. Whee.
Who are you on with?
Squirrely on...
Who are you on with? Viper.
Viper, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he is squirrely. He's in the wall. Yeah. Just missed it.
He is on those mediums, isn't he? He is still on those mediums, so... I'm just trying to keep an eye on everyone else whilst checking Viper's connection. He's got 2 laps to go. Well... This one and one more. Palmer will come across the line with the same.
Ooh, and once again, is that Keelan now? Oh, these two are really scrapping it out. These two are really scrapping it out right now.
Oh, Keelan's
Tice on the grass.
Keelan's giving it back.
Oh, this is, you know what? I think they're letting them race. Tice really wants that win. I think right now with this part of the championship, it's all about for the title. I think Tice knows he needs to have a chance at the title, and he's going to try and race Keelan for it. And this is what we come to see.
They've been listening to us. I reckon they've been listening to us, and we've
been... contact again! Keelan... Tice slammed into the bumper of Keelan, and this is where things are going to get spicy indeed.
I think they've been listening to us when we've been saying that they don't really overtake each other and just sit and use team tactics. I think...
It's like, you want to see overtaking? We'll give you overtaking. You want to see these battles? We'll give you the battles.
Yes.
Oh, Keelan a bit deep.
Yeah,
Tice is right there, still in front.
On the inside. Tice has interestingly got a 1 second rounded, a 1 second penalty to serve.
They both slid going into turn number 4.
Tice needs to clear that penalty.
He does have a penalty, which is quite interesting.
3/10, which will round to a second. But he needs to get that served.
Viper's just come back out, I think, from the pits. I think he's just trying to make it to the end at this rate.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to... He's seen James come into the pit lane. He's going to try and secure that fastest lap that James is going for. Let's have a look at James's sector times, actually. James is currently standing, to be honest.
Yeah, the last... he had personal best sectors 3 and 4 last time, boss, so I don't think... He's going to go for the fastest lap. Oh, Tice is going to let him by and actually clear the penalty, so he's let Keelan back on through 4 first.
Because he knows he can get him back on the draft.
He can get him back on the draft. He's actually going to show the flicker of the lights. We're on board now with the number 22 of Keelan. Look at the flashing that Tice is really trying to apply the pressure.
Tice could go to the outside here. He'll get the move done to the inside.
Tice is closing.
Nah, Keelan's later on the brakes, but he's going to watch slightly wider, is he? No, he didn't have the grip, so Tice in exit.
Keelan on the inside. Blue flags, I imagine this is for the race leader, Palmer.
It's not,
this is for James. Yeah, James said it's going to spoil this party a little bit.
Oh, switchback in the GT4. Where's that? No, he didn't get it done, sorry.
I think they're really trying to go for this championship right now. It's going to be which driver is better in the Cymax camp. I'll tell you what, if I was the PR team at Cymax, I'd be really stressing this out right now. But I think this is, if they can keep it clean, and they're really trying to show each other who's boss.
Yeah, James is coming through as well. So is Tice going to try and grab the
drive? Oh! Good lord!
That was very, very lucky.
Lucky I caught that on stream. Tice now played on the brakes.
Yeah,
and Keelan's still going to hold it off, side by side.
Still there. He's going to tuck back in. Yeah, that was Keelan getting caught.
Whoa, what a move! What a move for Tyson! There's contact!
There's contact. He's had to back out of that. Keelan's just tapped the wall. Is there an overlap?
He tried one of the bravest moves I've ever seen.
No, not there. Whoa.
Yeah, hang on to the back. Actually, these guys have got their final lap. This is the final lap of the race. So they've got to make this settle their differences now.
Yeah.
Palmer is going to, while that battle's going on, keep an eye on it for me. Palmer knows he's got the win in the bag. And they'll be happy about that. We'll go back on with Tice. Keelan and Tice.
We'll have to ride on board with Palmer here as he's coming to the line. He's just coming through the chase now. Yeah, get on board with Palmer now. Here he comes. And final lap. He is already celebrating.
I'll tell you what, though. I think Palmer was. I'll tell you what. Palmer was the one that definitely kept his cool most of the race, and he's going to definitely take this win well earned. SLM Palmer will take another win of the season, and he will extend this points lead with year race absence. And so Jack Mia
to the line.
What a good
effort from him
7 seconds
back. It's not bad.
Side by side for Keelan and Tice. They're door banging towards the chase. Oh my goodness me!
James very heavy into the wall.
Tice is going to try the undercut. He's side by side. Tice can have the inside. Oh, Tice might do it. What a move for Tice! Onto the inside for the final corner.
Keelan's hanging it around the outside.
Oh, this is going to be a side-by-side drag race. Keelan's in the grass and he spun it. And Tice is going to hold on for the race win.
He's still having this moment. Yeah, James had a huge moment coming after underneath the armour all bridge and then caught on board with this battle. But Keelan left and drive.
The race, James will finish third in the GT3 class. Viper will take home fourth and get his fastest lap bonus point of the day. And Doug and Hairraiser will be the one standing on the third step of the podium after today. My God, I think it's going to be spicy for Tice and Keelan, and for that podium interview right there. I think Tice, he's going to try and gun for this championship, of course. He's not that far off in terms of points.
Absolutely. We are waiting for two guys to come across. That was Grand J10 and Bar across the line.
And Grand J10 will come home for a top 5 finish here today. And another cracking race here today. That was insane.
It's a shame you didn't pick up on James there, actually. James had a huge moment and was just stuck in the wall, really, at the Armour All Bridge. So he was lucky there. But, yeah, great result there for Palmer. Really, really dominant. As he's got both the Ferrari and the Porsche badges on his race suit there. So, it's interesting.
And so now we will go to... What a race that was. We got to get our podium finishers into the party now. So, and it's the Cymax guys, 1 and 2 in each class, with Palmer and Jack Mia collecting gold and silver in that class in the GT3s, and then Tice and Keelan, who are very argy-bargy. And I think Tice, put on one of the most spectacular moves I've ever seen him do in any race that we've held in the SLM League. What a way for him to capture that win, of course. But I think the podium interviews are going to be spicy nonetheless.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I know who they are. I know. It's Hairraiser, Jack Mia, James Head, Keelan, Palmer, and Tice, and I've got it, so.
Hairraiser's already found his invite.
Yeah, Hairraiser reluctant to find his way on through. I've already suggested the other people to join the party as well.
Jack Mia I can't invite, unfortunately. He is showing offline.
Okay, I've suggested him. Make it public as well. And before we kick off any podium interviews, Elias, your thoughts on the race, mate? Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, it was great. It was a shame that we didn't have maybe the number of drivers to keep the battles race long. We obviously had the GT4 battle, which was amazing. But yeah, no, great race. I think the background and the setting gave it some really good effect, especially with the brake disc glowing, which looked fantastic. But yeah, good race overall, and plenty of action. Well, as I said earlier, quality over quantity. It's a great race.
So we'll start off with our GT4 class podium finishers. We'll actually start off with the man at third place, Hairraiser. And I think, Hairraiser, you were kind of on the back foot of this entire race in the GT4 class, and you somehow ended up with a third place podium after Doug Barrow led a couple of laps in that class as well. Tell us about your race today, Hairraiser.
Well, it was very challenging, of course, because Tej and Keelan were quite quick, and I managed to keep up with them, which was surprising myself, really. And I thought to myself, maybe I can go a little bit longer and change my pit strategy, and I think it worked out for the best. Obviously, stuck out to pit a few times, and so yeah, managed to get third, which I'm pleased about, really. Well done, guys.
So a good day for you, Hair Razor, as well. Of course, I think you were kind of under the radar. I think the commentary box as well. So I think to be fair, me and Elliot, we were kind of sleeping on you in a way. But of course, do you think a third place was definitely on the cards for you today to finish up third in the podium for you today?
Yes, it was. Hopefully, yes. I was trying to get probably second, but obviously it wasn't going to happen. But you know, I tried my best to keep up, and third was the best I could come out with.
So a good day for you, Hair Razor, of course, getting another podium. And I believe, if I'm correct, yeah, I think it's your third podium of the season. So, of course, making some progress in the 69 Winding Road Racing car. We'll move on to the Argy Bargy boys at the Cymax camp. Keelan, of course. Keelan, you were looking very well set to win that race, but I think Tice might have just got you right at the line right there. Tell us about your race and that Argy Bargy battle between yourself and Tice.
The battle was great, you know, it had everything. An idea. But yeah.
We're basically Mercedes now.
But yeah, it was a great race, really fun. I mean, it was everything, like, you know, my goal going into it was just manage to just beat Doug. That was the only thing that I wanted to do that race, because sadly I can't make the next two races because of work. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing on that half. But you know, I've got a league over Doug. I don't know what Tice was also doing. I don't know if we were just gonna leave it there because, you know, he said that it was when I did announce it in the GT Sport team chat. We did say like he didn't know whether he wanted to race or not, but it's for him to choose. But you know, apart from that, you know, it was basically my final race. Also, as a team, we have been talking about going for the FIA races, which I can announce now that we will be pulling our Sidemax driver program at the end of the season, because Palmer would like to still race to the end of the season, which is great because, you know, he's still representing us in SLM. I'm not sure about Jack. I reckon he probably would, you know, just so we can have a bit of racing with Palmer and everyone else. But yeah, we will be focusing on FIA nations and manufacturers in the future, so it means that sadly we won't be able to race in SLM anymore. But if you know, things do come up and we're able to race back here again, you know, we make sure that we will ask if we can enter some drivers on the grid.
So another good day for you, Keelan, as well. Of course, some big development for the Cymax crew, of course, withdrawing the entries at the end of the season, if I'm correct as well. So hopefully we will be seeing the Cymax crew in SLM soon, of course. Of course, another good day for you, Keelan, as well, as you try and hold on to your championship lead. But of course, that championship lead now just cut down a bit slightly at the hands of the GT4 class
He's
winner.
got the championship already.
Is it clinched already?
Yep.
I do not have the points.
I really think it is.
I don't have the points in front of me right now because they are not up to date. So I guess we're gonna have to wait for Suzuka to get. Tice.
Anybody else getting connection issues with Trevor?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
Okay.
she cuts out every now and again.
All right.
I'll try and be swift about it as quick as I can. Tice, of course, you getting another class win to your name as well. Tell us about that Argy Bargy battle with yourself and Keelan at the end of that race, and importantly, your race as a whole.
Yeah, that was a good race. I mean, we've been like backing up the field a bit to save fuel and save tires for the whole stint. Then also the second stint backing up a bit, and then third stint just fully going at it.
Okay. Trevor's disappeared for a moment there. Yeah, Tice, just out of curiosity, I'll just take over a quick question here. was your main strategy? Well, it's really a question for both you and Keelan. I didn't really get a chance to jump in there. Have you guys been using each other during that race just to save a bit of fuel? Maybe tuck in behind and short shift and use the draft?
First and second stint were pretty much like saving some tires and saving some fuel, and then third stint when we had the gap, just completely go at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I overfueled compared to Tice because of his
I
fuel
overfueled
saving.
2 laps, I think.
I didn't choose to fuel save. I was just trying to just keep it pace, but obviously, lifting and coasting where I felt was needed to, I should say.
Okay. Well, I'm not great with the interviews, I'll be honest. We will hope that Trevor's going to be back momentarily. But going back to the championship standings, were you saying that Keelan's already secured it?
I think it is, but I'm not sure. I think it is.
Okay. Well, we'll have to look at that later on, and obviously provide an update next week. I can't really say much on the announcement. It is a shame that many of you will be departing SLM at the end of the season. The door, of course, will remain open, and invitations will be sent out pretty much when we have grid spaces available for you guys. But I don't know if Trevor had any other questions. It's a bit difficult, but we will move on to third place in GT3s, who I believe was James. James, finally on the podium. Finally got you in the interview room. How'd your race go for you?
Oh, honestly, that was a war of attrition, to be honest. There was a number of times out on track that I had mistakes. I hit the wall numerous times, probably, I would say about 24 times I hit the wall at least. So it wasn't great. Full credit, though, to Jack. He undercut me on strategy purely, finishing second, did great. And to be honest, I don't think I would have been on the podium if it wasn't for Yera either. Yera pulling out of the championship is a massive shame. But I think we need to refocus our ideas and focus on the priorities ahead. And that is me getting the podium out of absolutely nowhere.
Great. Do you think that you could have got any further up the field?
I think from the first half of the race, obviously Jack made a few mistakes in the earlier part of the race. I thought I was going to be nighed on for second, to be honest. Then Viper made a mistake, and I was thinking, this is going to go fantastic. The tyres just went kaput. The rear tyres just went absolutely horrible, and that's why I had to pit twice and once more than Jack. And that's why Jack undercut me at the end, and he had phenomenal pace towards the end. Just a shame he couldn't keep that consistency in the first half of the race.
No, absolutely. Do you think that there could have been any other crucial factors? You mentioned that Yera obviously not being here as being one of the main factors for getting this podium. How much practice did you get before the race? I'm just curious as to why there was a lot of sparks flying in between yourself and the walls.
Oh, trust me. I think I got about 2.5 hours worth of practice in the end, just before we went into qualifying. So not too much. It's normal. It's my normal amount, to be honest, on a night. So it's not too bad. But third, I'll take it.
Yeah. What do you think was the crucial factor in terms of getting third? What was the worst part probably about this weekend and the race?
Oh, well, the fact that it was Mount Panorama in sunset conditions, I think, doesn't really mix, to be honest. But and that's me to blame on the calendar coming up with that. So I'm sorry, guys, in advance. But honestly, if Viper was on his aim game, and I know if Jack didn't make his early mistakes, I think honestly I would have been fourth in this race, and it's full credit, I think, for Viper to continue as well and finish fourth. And hopefully, I'm not going to be at the beneficiary of penalties this time. So
no, well, all of that will be looked at after the race. We won't go into anything before they are looked into.
I hope you didn't catch my spin towards the end.
Do you mean just before you came across the start-finish line?
That was the second to last corner, yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
might
picked
have-
up on it.
Might have taken out the 200 metre fall.